Hey! Today I'm doing a makeup and motivation Monday because A, why not? I wanted to continue to do makeup videos, but I was like, how can I incorporate it in my content even though I'm doing the food stuff now? So I had to figure out a way to do that. Let's just get into some makeup. So I'm using the Laura Mercier Weightless Perfecting Foundation. So for today's topic, I'm going to be talking about building a brand, a personal brand, as an introvert. So the first tip I have is your authenticity is your power. Stand in that. Stand in the essence of your truth. Maintaining that authenticity and just showing who I am, but becoming more open about it, more behind the scenes, what I got going on. I have a video here if you want to check that out on what I had previously going on. Just a little bit of background about me. Because I realized going back to my old videos, I had never really shared enough about me. So of course, I'm like, my audience wouldn't have grown with me. They would have just watched the video and clicked off because it's like, well, girl, I don't know who freak you are. And honestly, as a viewer of YouTube, because I watch a lot of YouTube myself, I have to also put myself in the shoes of the audience to know what my audience will be interested in watching. I want to be able to also, put my message out there in the most efficient way as well. Oh, that's the primer. If you're looking at my forehead all crazy. So anyway, knowing that your authenticity is key and that's what's going to be your brand ultimately, that's really your brand. Your brand is you. You are the brand. Now, if you have something along with that to share, whether that be through knowledge or through a product or through a service or through whatever, then do that. Like, so through my blog, for instance, I use my website, check it out, cookbooks.com, to actually post like my recipes and really build that out. So people really get the feel of who you are when they go to your website, I think. I think it's just more personal. Or the same thing with your product, service, whatever your business is, and then if you're behind that and you're the face of it also, and it represents who you are, we can see through the brand kind of who you are, but it's better to kind of put a face there. But yeah, no, seriously, be true to you always because nobody can do it but you. Second tip, and I'm doing my contour now. Evaluate what you're doing this for, or who you're doing this for. What is your purpose? What is behind this? What's the driving force? You need something to be purpose driven by. Specifically with content creation, like, it tells the audience your story even further when you know what exactly you're driven to do and what is your purpose. Like, it's more clear at that point. And that's something that's taken me some time. Full transparency. Like, I was just like, how am I gonna do this? But I was just doing too much learning, too much absorbing, rather than like literally sitting with myself and saying, what am I doing this for? Because once I sat with myself and like gained clarity on that, that's when things started to kind of puzzle piece together and I was able to put the content into context the way that my purpose was aligned. Kind of aligning to what you want and then relating that to your story or having your story relate to that. That's what I'm trying to say. Either way you put it, gaining clarity on your purpose. Nobody has a full sense of self until they get closer to their purpose. And that's a conversation for another day. We're still navigating this life. We were babies, and then we were kids, and then we were just teenagers trying to figure shit out, and then we were adults trying to figure shit out, and we're still adults trying to figure shit out, and I'm still an adult trying to figure shit out. We're always figuring things out. That's life, that's learning. Alright, let me get this nose contour in. Let's see how it comes out on camera, because I cannot see anything move with little itty bitty hair right now. So I'm just gonna hope for the best with this makeup. This next tip is, I think, something that often stops progression as a whole. So don't let fear stop you from taking action. Listen to me. Don't let fear, an energy that can be recreated to something that is better for you. Don't let that bullshit stop you from taking action, because that's what your old frequency would want. Like, your old self would want that. As you're getting signs and feelings and instincts, don't let certain societal pressures tell you otherwise. Have a plan. Don't be silly. Have a plan. Definitely have faith over fear. Faith over fear. Always. Trust it'll work out, and it will. Remember the time that you were so worried about something not working out, and it did? What happened to that worry? It just kind of dissipated, right? It just kind of went away. It was I wouldn't say a waste of energy, but it was an energy source or field that didn't need to be there. When you recognize it, just say, hey, I see you're here. I don't care. I'm gonna do it anyway. That's it. Shrug it off. Do it anyway. Trust yourself and see where it takes you. That's it. The fourth tip I have is build momentum even when you have other things going on. I'm in a position where I shouldn't really be speaking because I definitely place myself here to where I have ample time and opportunity to be able to create. Now, I understand not everybody does. So find those moments, those kind of peak moments or special moments or moments that you feel are, good to just make into content. And it doesn't even have to be a video form. Like, don't stress yourself out about having to pull out your camera and take a video. It can be a photo, it can be a couple photos, like a carousel you can make it into. You can make a collage, or you can write about it, but add context to it later. The better visuals, the more visuals you have, the better. But sometimes it's good to like just start somewhere where you're like translating the content from your life, like your life creations around you and the things that you create, like whether you're cooking or something, and you put that on your platform. However you do that, you take that moment and you put it on your platform, because there's so many moments where I'm like, I should have posted that. I should have put that on there. So this is more of something that I've learned not to do, is just holding things to myself and not sharing it. Ultimately, who cares? Like, I do not care about that kind of stuff. Like, I think about it and then I'm like, okay, I can't think about this much longer. Like, I just gotta create, The imperfections are what make you you. That's the part that a lot of people want to see anyway. You can layer things later or add things later or create it later, but just having it ready and available to you for later is essential and key. And that is like huge. And it'll help you also create batch content for later. Those videos that you're like, I don't know if I should make a video for this. No, after this video and this last tip, stick around for the last tip because it's very important, okay? I want you to go take your phone. I'm pretty sure you have a phone with a camera. You're watching this video. You probably have a social media or YouTube or an account on YouTube. And I want you to go to your notes app on your phone, write down one topic of interest, any topic. It could be anything. Anything you want to talk about that day, whatever. It could be anything. Hopefully something positive. Whatever is of interest to you. It could be your hobbies. Tell about yourself. Whatever. The notes, write the topic of the video topic you're looking to discuss, and then write down 3 bullet points, just 3, on your 3 points that you want to make about that specific topic. What is it exactly you're trying to discuss? Now this goes with anything, right? Just think about like the agenda of a meeting. Like, what's the meeting about? You want to make the title in your hook somewhere, so you want to incorporate that somehow, and you can even get like ChatGPT to help you, I guess. I don't really rely on that kind of stuff. Like, I just like to take stuff from the dome because I don't know, I feel like it's just better that way. Like, it has to be structured. I'll go to ChatGPT for certain things. With my videos, I haven't been going, but I think that's another reason why I've been not doing well. So do as I say, not as I do. Basically, and this is what I've just been observing, what's been working for other people as well on these platforms, and the things that have been really working, like especially as of late with this new huge like push for more digital creators in this market, because this is not going away anytime soon. Digital marketing and content creation is the new norm. If we want a business or something in it, or even just the social aspect of it, it's important to like put yourself out there, right? So like people will want to see more of you and who you are. Typically, like the people that are on social media that grow the fastest, that are popular, is because they just put themselves out there and people gravitate towards that. They love it. Attention goes, energy flows, but like, I hope that's the right thing. But either way, you want to find a way to tell the universe that this is what you want. Shift your perspective, shift your energy and your actions towards the change itself. So that way the universe knows like this is the direction you're moving towards, and it can just support your journey. You can just support your journey along the way and you don't have to worry. Just start creating. So after this video, after this tip, stick around for this tip. Do not miss this tip. Last tip I have before I waste any more time. And then you go ahead and get your camera out and make that video. Post it. You don't even have to post it actually. Just make the video. I say just make the video. Notice I didn't mention post it the first time. It's not important to post it, right? If you don't want to post it yet, you don't have to. But that's a big step if you do. And trust me, you'll be happy you did. It's a tattoo pencil liner from Kat Von D, and I'm gonna try this out. I'm gonna make a liner with this. The last tip I have is celebrate your wins, but also reflect and write on your setbacks so you can see how you can turn them into wins later on. I think this is a huge one because oftentimes people see setbacks and they're like, oh, I failed, this isn't meant for me, maybe I should just move on. I don't want to waste my time with this if it's not moving the right direction. You gotta like entrench yourself in this like new mold, new role, if you will. You gotta claim it as yours. Otherwise, it's not gonna claim you back. It doesn't know that you want it. So celebrating your wins is key, always, even the small ones, especially the small ones. And understanding there's actual power in your setbacks because it means you tried. It means you tried and you tested your hypothesis and something deemed false, so you can experiment and guess what? Try again. Like, you just gotta keep going. Let yourself learn through the process, because when you say, oh, it didn't work out, oh, maybe this isn't for me, you're telling the universe you don't want it anymore. You're pushing it away. You're pushing it further away. You're basically rejecting it, and you don't want to do that if that's what you want. And when you do this, when you do all of this, you realize when you step out of your comfort zone and do what you love and just create for the benefit of others, preferably, is you become more yourself and you start to reap the benefits regardless. You start to reap the benefits. You just thrive from there. You notice it works, and then you trust the system. You trust it's in place, that it works. So you gotta trust it from the beginning though, because that's the kind of energy it's looking for. That trust, that foundation. And it starts with you. It starts with knowing that you're worthy. It starts with knowing that it's one minor setback for a major comeback. Yeah, the same principle applies. Understanding perhaps it wasn't meant to be easy because it was meant to be bigger. Maybe the path forward for you is a little bit more trying because that challenge is intended to make you stronger. That way when you see the challenges later, you're like, oh, okay, girl, what? That's not even a big deal. Meanwhile, you'll see somebody else new to this freaking out. We see it in our workplace. We've been there for a minute. We know how it works. We just know how it works. But the people that just got there, they on their P's and Q's. They want to make sure they're doing everything properly. They're really afraid of making a mistake. And you gotta be there to tell them, like, girl, it's okay. Like, it's not that deep. It's the same thing. You're relearning a new skill. So your body may go into fight or flight a couple times. Reject it. Reject the fight or flight. Reject the fear response and just say, I'm gonna do it anyway. So don't let fear or anything like that hold you back from living your true purpose and doing what you want to do. If it is content creation, because everybody's doing content creation. I know I'm making this video right now on YouTube talking about content creation, but this can apply to so many things. It can apply to starting that new business. It doesn't just start with the LLC, okay? No, it doesn't. It starts with the mindset. It starts with the determination to want to do it, and then the mindset of shifting into that purpose and that new frequency, into that new energy, and allowing that energy to transmit in however it forms, and letting it be learned from the experience instead of acting like it was a setback. There's a way forward. It doesn't stop you. It doesn't paralyze you, or it shouldn't. Hope you guys like this video. Again, this is how you can kind of step out of your own way as an introvert. You know, there's nothing wrong with being an introvert. I just want to say that as an end to this. There's no right or wrong in any of this. It's just a matter of understanding, like, there are hurdles and there's some obstacles that we have to go through as introverts. Sometimes some of us deal with social anxiety. Some of us just deal with like certain mental barriers around it. Like, putting ourselves out there can be a little bit of a challenge. And I'm saying this as an introvert myself. So I believe in you, and I know if you just discover your own courage and find that flow and write the notes and make that video, then you too will become the person that you want to be, living closer to your purpose. Just start. And if you need a little bit more motivation and you want to know a little bit more background about me, check out this video, but don't forget to make your own first. Peace.